This is the Friday Night 360 AZ preview show. It is state championship week officially. We've got 4A, 5A, and 6A state title games coming up on Friday and Saturday. I'm Haley Stasiak here with Jordan Ham. We're going to take a deep dive into all of these games. We've got some head coaches that took on both of these teams this season coming on. We're going to have Jose Lucero, Desert Ed head coach. They took on both Saguaro and South Point Catholic, who are your 4A contenders this year. Then we'll have Lamar Early. He's Millennium's head coach. They took on Notre Dame Prep and Centennial. He's going to take a look at some of that game for us, as well as Chris McDonald, Basha head coach. He saw Chandler and Perry this season. He's going to break some things down for that. We'll also get some insight on these teams and just a little bit of a reflection of the 2018 season. We're going to have Arizona Varsity's Ralph Amsden coming on with us shortly to take a look at these three title games as well. But Jordan, first off, we want to shout out our state champions that were crowned last weekend. In 2A, we had Thatcher take down Round Valley. They're three-time state champions, back to back for the Eagles. Congratulations to them. And then Northwest Christian in 3A. I know we talked on AZ Audibles a little bit. The Crusaders are constantly a playoff contender, finally getting that state championship against Yuma Catholic in 3 overtimes. So congratulations to the Eagles and the Crusaders, your 2A and 3A state champions.
Yeah, a lot of really good football already played, and I anticipate there's going to be some really good games coming up, 3 rematches, and that's going to be certainly a theme throughout the rest of this show. Definitely. As we discuss with these various coaches who have some unique perspectives. Chris McDonald played Perry twice, back-to-back weeks in the last game of the regular season and the opening round of the postseason, and he also saw Chandler. So he is very well versed in these teams, as are Coach Lucero and Coach Early with the other participants in 4A and 5A. Yeah,
we're definitely switching things up a little bit here. We've spoken to a lot of these teams that are in these state title games, so we wanted to kind of get a different perspective this week, give that to you. We're about to have Ralph Amsden come on, so we'll wait for that a little bit, but let's first get to talking about just kind of, we're going to make some predictions here. So we're going to do that. We're going to chat with Ralph about some of that. I believe we have him on now. Ralph, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Haley?
Good. It's state title week. I know you're keeping busy, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
All right.
Head above water.
First off, let's start with the fact that these are 3 rematches from 2017. What are just your overall thoughts on the fact that these 6 teams saw a state title game last year?
I think it's fine. I've heard plenty of people complain and say that they want more variety and they want more parity. Someone has to be the best, and this is just the way that it's worked itself out. It's unique. It provides its own storyline. We're talking about it now. So from a media perspective, I don't think something like this has happened in a really long time. And so that level is interesting. You graduate, 20 to 30 seniors from these teams every single year. So, yeah, they have the same name across their chest, but they're not the same teams. So, there's actually a challenge in it. And if you're active in trying to break these things down and provide analysis, it provides that interesting challenge of saying, okay, well, I really have to get to know who these players are, who their teams are, what their schemes are like, and get to know what the difference is between this year and last year.
When you look at the 3 teams that lost this year, do any of them is there like an overwhelming one of those 3 that you think could kind of fix their fates from last year and win a state title?
It's possible. I mean, Chandler is having some issues with the fluidity of their offense because they don't have really anybody to go out there and stretch the field. They had it for a while with Gunnar Maldonado, but I don't think he's going to be playing. I think he's injured. And it's been a really long time since we've seen a player going off the way that Chubba Purdy has. And so I think that gives them a real interesting shot. Bajan Robinson for South Point comes in averaging 16 yards a carry, 16. And so, which is crazy because I thought, wow, has anybody ever done this before? Then you look at the other side, and then Connor Soley's averaging 16 yards when he gets a chance to get the ball. But Lathan Ransom didn't play in last year's game. He's going to play this year, and I think that gives them a little bit of an added dimension on defense. South Point's offensive line is very good, and if they can run sort of a ball control offense and be opportunistic, they might have a chance to, at the very least, they're going to score offensively. I think they didn't manage to do that last year. And then with this Notre Dame prep team, it's tough because last year I think that they tried to go out there and open things up against Centennial And when that didn't work out, I think they went back and retooled and said, all right, we need to be a smash mouth team. And you saw what they were able to do against Williamsfield, which I think for a lot of people was the one team that they felt like could probably take it to Centennial with that style. But, I mean, that's what Notre Dame Prep did. So, you know, I think that at least gives them a chance to know that they can go out there and be that physical and possibly put some points on the board.
The interesting thing with me for the 4A game is that last year Bijan Robinson he had over 160 rushing yards. He had a couple long runs that he got tackled. You know, last tackler, he wasn't able to find the end zone. Their only touchdown that day was a Mario Padilla kick return. If he's able to find that end zone, how close of a game do you think this could be?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to find the ends. Last year's Saguaro defense was really susceptible to the run. In the semifinals, Trayson Hall absolutely destroyed them. I mean, even worse than Bijan Robinson. And they have kind of back then they had kind of a bend but don't break mindset. This year, they're just all killers. Like, they really, really, really don't want to see anybody score ever. And so, I mean, if he's able to break a couple, maybe it shakes that mindset that they've had since they went into and beat Seton Catholic 69-0 and seem to be rolling teams every single week. I don't think they allowed a first down to Cactus until late third quarter. And so that's the mindset that they're bringing in. And if Bijan Robinson can break a long run and sort of shake that, you know, take them out of that zone that they've been in for the last month and a half, then, you know, maybe it will be close.
Looking at this 5A game and this Centennial defense, obviously these teams have had about 2 weeks to prepare. Notre Dame Prep's offense may have to make a few changes to what they're expecting from this Centennial defense. Do you think what exactly does Notre Dame Prep have to do to combat this Centennial defense?
They have to make quick, smart decisions, and I think that they are able to do that. Jake Farrell, most of his issues running the offense came in the first half of the season. I think Jake Farrell has 2 turnovers in the last 8 games. And so, I mean, that's exactly what they need. They need to be able to make quick, smart decisions. So whether that's putting Jake Smith in the Wildcat formation to take advantage of his quick first step or doing what they did against Williamsfield, which was just sort of a dink and dunk type thing until it opened them up to go down the field. The one thing they can't do is Dominic Mastro, their running back, fumbled a couple of times late in that game against Williamsfield, and Notre Dame Prep was able to fall on the ball. Those are not errors that you can make against Centennial without them making you pay for it.
How have you seen this Perry defense kind of progress over the season? It seems like it's almost a mirror of last year where they struggled mightily early in the season, but once it got to the postseason, they were really able to kind of clamp down, and that's what kept them so close in that 6A game last year.
Well, they're bigger than they've been in years past, and that's helpful. The defensive line is, it's got some size to it. Beckman is a really good pass rusher. I think that they've got some talent at linebacker with Braxton Smith, but really their strength recently has been the defensive backfield. They all sort of go as safety. Travis Callaway goes. He's the heart and soul and the attitude of that team. He's kind of like their version of the Honey Badger. And then they have a 6'3" corner named Clay Schmitz who does a really, really good job of eliminating his side of the field. And when you get him lined up against, Chandler's 6'4" DeSao Puffer, you might actually negate some of the size that Chandler has over there on that sideline. And again, Chandler's coming in. Last time they matched up, Chandler fed the ball to DeCarlos Brooks 40 times, but it really helped free up Puffer that I think they had Schmitz having to cover Maldonado, and now that's not going to be the case. And so I think that this defense plays with a lot of pride. They do. The dam can break, and they can give up a lot of points. And sometimes they go as the offense goes. If the offense goes down and makes a quick score, sometimes the defense can turn around and let up because of it. But I think if they keep that killer instinct and they follow Travis Callaway's lead, I think they could be fun.
Ralph, we appreciate the time and the insight. We'll see you on the sidelines this weekend.
I appreciate you both.
Coming up next on the Friday Night 360 AZ Preview Show, we're going to have Jose Lucero, Desert Edge head coach, looking at these 4A contenders between Saguaro and South Point Catholic. Keep it right here.